What do you want me to say? Something about your show?
I shit on myself in the womb.
Stop, Phil.
You fucking stink.
You know what? Fuck this.
Oh, because it's Hollingsworth, but it's worth less.
I don't want to hear about whatever you have to say.
The worthless of the week.
Yeah. Hey, you just gonna sit up there the whole time?
It's a fucking Phil Fox scorpion.
It's a move, man.
You fucking dummy. Ugh.
Then what the fuck? How is it racist?
Black people.
Oh, God. Oh, shoot me now, dude. Just shoot me now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless podcast. This will be for Wednesday, July 24th. As always, I am one of your hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth, and it's nice to say again, as always, we have... Go ahead, you want to rattle them off?
Phil Fox, a.k.a. Welcome to the Foxhole, a.k.a.
That's Jamie Foxx.
a.k.a. Motown Philly, a.k.a. A Fox and Good Time, a.k.a.
What?
What? I can't say A Fox and Good Time? You don't like that one?
The fuck is that?
You know when you're here, you're family. No,
Olive Garden?
You'll have a Fox and Good Time, dude.
You just did Olive Garden's thing.
Well, that's because I love eating at the Olive Garden. And when I'm at the Olive Garden,
Why are you
I
talking
have
like
a
Christopher
Fox
Walken?
and Good Time, dude.
Oh,
What? What's so wrong with that?
we're doing this currently. Phil is in his apartment in... What city are you in again? It's not Renton.
And we just call it Seattle area. Puget Sound. The Great Northwest.
Washington. Yeah, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, staying at the MGM Signature Suites in Tower 1. Oh, God, I don't like saying
Classy.
Tower. But
Oh,
I'm
shit, what's right behind you? Come at the... No. Oh, never forget. Alrighty then. What's going on, everybody? Okay, you're in Vegas? Vegas, baby,
Yes.
Vegas.
Just finished up a weekend at Harvey's Comedy Club in Portland, Oregon, which was great. Oh, dude, so have you ever been to Harvey's?
I have not, no.
So
I've been to the Helium, but I've never been to Harvey's.
You've been to the Helium?
I've been to the Helium Club.
Were you high?
Oh yeah. Had a lot of helium in my voice. Ugh, terrible.
Anyways.
Best podcast ever.
Yeah. No, so you know how the Comedy Underground in Seattle is above like all the tunnels?
Uh-huh, yes.
Same thing with Harvey's. So I guess it's haunted.
Oh, shit.
Howard took me on this, Howard, one of the managers, took me on a tour of it. We walked all down there. He was telling us all these crazy fucking stories that happened down there. And I was talking to him, and dude, we could spend the night there. We could do a Hollingsworthless haunted podcast there and spend the night there. He said,
At the comedy club?
Underneath, yes.
Oh, shit. That would be crazy.
Yeah, dude. He was saying some of the stuff that he said that's happened. He said one time, what did he say? So, he said the beer guys, because they store the beers down there, that in the freezer, they go down two now. They don't go down alone, because one guy went down there, walked in the freezer, light went off, and the freezer door slammed on him.
What?
Yeah. Then he said that...
was he stuck inside there?
Yeah.
And nobody knew, no.
Yeah, he died. I'm just kidding. No, he was down there for like hours, and then
that's cold. Ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Just gonna let me sit in it.
So he was telling us another one where they had like a ghost hunter or somebody that like a paranormal person or whatever came down there. Just one though. And they were doing. He said that what happened? They took a picture or something, and they were in one area of it, and they took a picture, and the light went off. Right as they took a picture, light went off. on one of the other sections, and the only place you could turn that light off was like at a light switch right by him, but nobody touched it. And then all of a sudden, she had something that like would say different shit, and I guess it started saying magic. It just started flashing the word magic.
The fuck?
And so they were like, yeah. So they're like, all right, we gotta get the fuck out of here. He was telling us all kinds of crazy shit that happened. I have a video of the tour. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram, but that might be we could fucking go there, spend the night.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds fun. I love getting creeped out. I just remember how much fun it was when we walked around that clown motel out there in Nevada,
Jesus.
and we took our phones and got those like radio frequency apps or whatever we put on our phone, and we were walking around and you know, trying to see if it would fluctuate and shit. That was pretty cool. We did that, right? We had some kind of reader on our phones or something. It's called like a what? Oh shit! That was my phone. Let me put that on vibrate.
Dude.
That ETF or some shit, whatever it is.
WTF?
EMP, electromagnetic
STFU?
pulse. Konnichiwa.
EMP, electromagnetic. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but so that's a very strong option of someplace we could go for the HollingsWorthless Haunted podcast. Unless you think of some other ideas.
No, that's great. That is I like the fact that it's underneath the comedy club too. Maybe some of the ghosts you know, have a few jokes, you know, like maybe if we're underneath the place trying to look for some ghosts and stuff. And I'm trying to, you know, all of a sudden all the dust down there gets me a little, you know, stuffy, and I start blowing my nose. Maybe one of those ghosts will put a little boogie in it, you know? Boogie. Put one of those boogies.
That sounds like one of my dad's jokes. Did you see the video I posted of him?
I worked
telling
hard to
jokes?
get there.
Yeah, fucking we all did to go with you. Did you see the video I posted of my dad telling his fucking famous candy bar joke?
No.
Oh, you'll
Wait,
love
is it on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
check it out. That's funny.
The weekend. Oh, dude. So the weekend too was good. Dave Neal hosted. You know Davey.
Oh,
Davey
I love
boy.
Dave. Dave's great.
And then you know Lance Edward.
Yeah, love
Lance
Lance.
featured.
How'd he do?
He
Good.
did great. Lance featured
great.
for me.
I'm happy to hear
that. And it was awesome because my buddies Michael Turner from Phoenix and Stephen Roberts from here in Vegas were both happened to be in Portland. Stephen was there for the Queer Comedy Festival, I think it's called, and then Mike Turner he was there visiting family and stuff, but got them both up. Both the guest spots did great. Friday late show. Oh God. So this girl that's a friend of my buddy's wife, this girl Amy, she came last year, was obnoxious and drunk, came again this year, obnoxious, drunk, and would not shut the fuck up. It's so annoying, dude. I told her, I was like, hopefully this is the last show you ever come to. And she's like, what? And the next day sends me a message on Facebook. Thank you so much. I had so much fun. Sorry, I didn't know we weren't supposed to talk. She sends me
What?
that. Yeah. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Gilbert Brown stopped by. Do you know Gilbert? Oh, he's a good comic. He gave me one of his shirts. Shout out to Gilbert Brown.
Nice.
It's a shirt that says like what was Custer's last stand, and I think it was like shit. That's a lot of fucking Indians, and it's got a pile of shit in the middle of the shirt, and then a whole bunch of Native Americans fucking all around it.
Oh my God.
Gilbert's Native American, so you know
That's great.
He can
I love
do that
free
joke.
swag.
Yeah, no, it's shout out to Gilbert. But yeah, it was a fun weekend. And now starting this week here in Vegas, which last night I guess I'm at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club. I've met Brad once before, I guess briefly with Ken Garr here.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like, dude, it's so funny because I was like, do I have to wear a suit here? Do I have to be clean? Any of this shit?
Right.
Dude, Brad he's the best. Like everybody always talks about how awesome Brad is, which he is. He's
He's kind of started out as a comic, right?
Yeah.
So he kind of gets what a comedian kind of needs and is looking for in the club.
Yeah, he's nicest dude, but just a shit talker immediately. So when his green room is famous for being like the nicest green room or one of the nicest. So he has a bunch of leather couches and leather chairs. And so I'm sitting there with Greg Monroe, who's headlining this weekend, and Jason Collins, who's featuring. Originally, I was supposed to host this weekend, but Brad's in town, so he hosts, and then I just do a guest spot. But I'm sitting in this chair, and they both go. They go, "Hey, just a heads up, that's like Brad's chair, so you'll probably want to move." And I was like, I'll leave when he gets here. And so as soon as he walks in the door, I stand up immediately. He goes, "You're in my fucking chair!" And then he just immediately starts fucking with me. Like I'm sitting down, he tells me, he's like, "Hey, can you close the legs there, buddy?" And just shit like that. Just immediately starts, just riffing and
that's great.
Talking shit. He's great. And then his stage stuff is, dude, so funny. It has a very, it's not Don Rickles, but I mean, it has that vibe where he's like shitting on everybody and bouncing back and forth between people.
I kind of feel, I have never even seen his stand-up before, but I kind of feel like what I get from him, especially with some of the stuff I've seen him in, like more recently, he kind of seems like he would like kind of do really well going for that like kind of classic Vegas vibe, that
great.
Sinatra kind of almost
That what? Who?
like that Sinatra type of vibe.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I
think
said?
Sinatrist.
I said señorita. Mamacita.
Adios. Yeah, and his green room, some of the art and some of the pictures in there is just, dude, he's got like some really cool historical pictures in there. And dude, inside the showroom, he has all these pictures of different comics and stuff. There's one right by the door that's of Cosby, that there's red paint that has a circle and a line through it.
Oh, that's great.
Picture. Yeah.
I like that.
So, but yeah,
Canceled.
I'm having a blast here. We just did one show last night. It was kind of nervous the show last night because I'm like, okay, I didn't know. I was like, do I not swear? But fucking Brad Garrett, he's like just rips it up front. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. So anything goes. But tonight I think will be a lot better. What?
I saw our local buddies from up here in the Seattle area were down there. Jose Bolaños and Jubal were down there.
Right now?
I think they are down there right now still.
Interesting.
Doing for Jubal's birthday Vegas getaway or whatever.
Ah.
I was wondering if you had hit them up or said hi or anything.
Have not seen them, or I didn't even know they were down here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I just saw. I don't know how much carryover this is going to have for anybody that listens, but it's just funny because our buddy Jose, they made him get a tattoo on the show live in the morning. He had to pick out of a hat of the body part that he had to get it tattooed on, out of a cup, and he chose lower back. So he now has a tattoo on his lower back that says, "Sweet treat."
Oh my God. Oh, dude, why would you do that?
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Oh no, why would you do that?
Oh my God, forever, dude. Unless he gets that shit removed. That's hilarious.
Would you do a tattoo for a show?
Man, I don't.
HollingsWorthless tattoo?
Hoo-wee. That's a brave
Phil
move
Fox
on
detox.
his part. Yeah, Phil Fox detox, baby. That's a hard move for sure. That's a bold choice. I mean, he went through with it.
Well,
that's pretty nuts,
fuck
though.
that. Yeah, I don't know if I'd just get a fake, or like a joke tattoo.
He was like, "Fuck this! I quit the show. I'm not." He goes, "I'm not doing it. I quit the show," and then they did it to him anyway. He let it happen. So I thought that was pretty wild. So I listen in the morning for a little bit.
When you're driving into the day job.
When I'm at work a little bit in the morning, I'll throw on a little radio before I transition into podcasts throughout the day.
Been waiting for you to transition for a while. What did you do anything this last week? Any dates? Any movies? What'd you do, Philly?
What did I do? Well, unfortunately, it's a busy busy time in the construction industry, so I'm working a lot of Saturdays. So that's kind of taking my time. But then I went out Saturday night. Actually, you know what? I did a show Friday night. Now that I think about it,
Wait, I think I saw a picture with you and Tyler Smith and Skippy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
Did you go up?
Yeah, I did. Actually, it went really well.
Oh boy.
I don't want to, not to brag too much, but I felt like, I think it was Skippy's very first show there that he's produced, and so I can't say that the crowd was very big, but I think the people that ended up paying attention had a great time. Let's put it that way. And the few people that went up ahead of me, I think were having a hard time kind of grabbing the audience's attention. And then I went up, and I think I was.
I'm
just saying. I think I was the first person to really grab the audience's attention, and
What did you do?
I started talking about just stuff in the room, and I was talking about local shit. Because I don't know if you even know this, but you've eaten Tim's Cascade potato chips before, right?
Yeah.
So we were at this place called the Royal Bear, which is in Algona, Washington, and I know for a fact that like nobody lives in this town. Like it's such a small town that nobody lives there. So I just asked the audience. I said, "How many people here are from Algona, Washington?" And nobody makes a sound, which doesn't matter if they're just not responding for that reason or because they don't. And I go, exactly right. Nobody fucking lives in Algona, Washington. I go, Algona fucking sucks, dude. The only two good things about Algona is the Royal Bear and Tim's Cascade potato chips. And I said, you ever turn around the bag around and see the bottom of it? It says right there, made in Algona. I go, I've lived in Washington my entire life. And these chips are fucking everywhere, all over the West Coast. And I have not met a single person that has ever worked for Tim's Cascade potato chips. I go, where are these fucking people? Who are making these fucking potato chips? The ghosts of the potatoes? Where are they? I've never met a single person. Yeah, I think it was going well. I also opened up by saying the Royal Bear. I go, does anybody know what that means? Is there a meaning behind the name of this place? And nobody was really saying anything. And I just said, the name of this place would have a totally different meaning if it was on Capitol Hill in Seattle. I mean, there's definitely a lot of bears up there, and a lot of those bears are queens.
Oh my God! You had to explain it, the joke, spoon feed it to them.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's all right. So this is your first time going up in how long?
It had probably been like a good 2 months, maybe 3 months.
You went up 3 months ago?
I did an open mic, up in Tacoma at Shaka Bra. In fact, I was actually just looking up Tacoma Comedy Club, and I was thinking about signing up next month for some open mics. Yeah, I think I might be ready to start dabbling my little toesies back into the comedy pool.
Oh boy. Phil Fox.
I think I might be ready.
Animal.
That's right, baby.
Was the show like a show or was it just like a? I mean, was like Tyler headlining?
So Skippy's, yeah. So Tyler headlining. So it's Skippy's production, and it was a traditional show, and he put up a few guest spots up front. There wasn't really a feature, so I think there was kind of a few, maybe four guest spots or something, and then he put Tyler up for like 45 to an hour or something. I don't know. It ran a little long. It went almost 2 hours, I think, and then after that, he had an open mic set up after the show.
Oh my God!
And I think he put the sign-ups for the comics at the beginning of, like, before the first show even started. So some of those people that were there for open mic were sitting there for like almost 3 hours.
Oh my God!
So I felt a little bit bad, but I hope. Apparently he's going to be doing it every Friday. So I hope he maybe gets something going with it. I don't know. And it's a paying room, so.
Nice.
It's a.
Did you get paid?
I didn't know, but for the headliner, it's a.
Good for them. Good for Tyler.
So anyway, I'm getting back into it a little bit, baby.
Good. Good.
I like it.
Did you? What's your newest bit?
The newest bit that here's a little segment going over bits with Jay and Phil.
Are you going to do a song for it?
What's the beat? What's the beat? What's the beat about that bit? I don't know.
I was going to say, you could call it, this is the segment called A Bit About Bits.
A bit about bit. It's a bit about bit. A bit about bit. A bit about a bit about a bit about bit, bitch.
Jesus. A bit about a bits.
Okay.
Right. Anyways.
Apologize.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
All right. So the bit is, I learned how to juggle when I was 12 because that's when most people find juggling interesting. Not like I learned how to juggle when I was like 56 or something like that. That'd be a little creepy. But so I learned how to juggle when I was 12, and I became just infatuated with it. Really, I just couldn't stop learning and wanting to learn new tricks and everything. So I had a book that I was supposed to be doing my homework, and I was in my room and I was looking through this juggling book, and all of a sudden my mom.
Why are all these naked dudes in this juggling book?
And my mom walks in the door, and I throw the book real quick under the bed because I'm supposed to be doing homework, and my mom is like, "Philip," and I'm like, well, "Yeah," and she's like, "What was that? What did you throw under the bed there?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, nothing." She's like, "Let me see it. Let me see what you threw under the bed, Philip." I'm like, "Okay, here you go." And I hand it to her, and it's a juggling book, and you kind of just look at I look at her, and I see her face is like, half like confused, and also like half like not wanting to laugh, like having to suppress a laugh, because obviously she thought it was going to be like pornography, but it was a juggling book, and so she still has to act upset because I was supposed to be doing my homework. So she's like, "Well, you're in trouble," and so she leaves for a little bit and lets me stew in whatever, and comes back in the room a little bit later.
Shit. Did you do an hour?
Hold on.
You should have just said
I gotta tighten it up, all right? But
you
hold
should
on.
have just said that when she saw that it was a juggling book. She just started crying and going, "I would have rather you were gay instead of a juggler." Go ahead.
You just took the punchline away.
Oh, is that it?
Practically. So,
Okay,
Jesus
ahead.
Christ. Can't wait for everybody to come see this out on stage.
Coming.
No, so anyway.
See how I just got to it?
So my mom comes back in the room, and she goes,
Jesus
"We're
Christ,
upset
dude.
that you were doing
Why
your
didn't you
homework."
just do it right
Hold on,
then?
let me just say the fucking line.
You're like this. I love you're like, so then like my mom, she went grocery shopping, and like we had a dinner party that night, so she was gone for like a good 2 or 3 hours. She had to get a lot of vegetables.
You're right.
She got,
I'm doing a little bit of fucking word salad
I don't
because
eat greens, and then 3 hours later she came back in the room, and then
I was dead because I aged my whole life.
All right, go ahead.
Flashed
Sorry.
before our eyes. I just say she comes back in and she goes, "I talked with your father, and we're very upset that you weren't doing your homework. And we've also talked about it. And we've decided that it's okay that you're gay." You go, "What? Mom, I'm not gay." And then she goes, "Well, could you be? Just anything but a juggler?" So practically what you said, but
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you. So there's the new bit.
I did a.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, you weren't just because you're a comic, you thought that, and that's why it was a similar take. I don't think it's. Who's gonna think that I'm gonna say? My mom's gonna say that we rather you be gay versus a juggler. That's just you and me.
Sure.
You think so?
I don't know.
It's easy?
I don't know. No, it's I mean, it's funny.
That sounded convincing. Yeah, that's good. That bit's gonna take you far, kid.
Meow, see?
Whatever. Anyway, I want to keep working on that. I think I like it, and I think it has a lot of truth to me. So, talk about shit that has to do with my life.
Being gay?
Yeah, being gay, dude. No, juggling.
So Thursday, it was pretty dope at Harvey's. By the way, shout out to Harvey's. Had a great time that weekend, and Jeff, loved Jeff, one of the owners there, and the staff. Everybody's great there. Eric drove us around a bunch, and yeah, it was Angel took care of us. It was great. Anyways, Thursday, so they have one show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. Thursday after the show, they have an open mic. So I was like, fuck it, I want to do the open mic. So I'm doing the open mic, and the open mic is run by comedian Jinx or Hijinks and his wife. And so it was a mixed crowd. There's black comics, white comics, Latino comics, and there's a few audience members. And so this one kind of nerdy guy had gone up, white dude, and then he gets off, and I don't remember what it was, but Hijinks referenced his set and said something about white privilege. And I have this joke I'm trying to work on about white privilege. So he's like, blah, 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 white privilege, and about the guy, and people laughed or whatever. And I think I went up like 2 after that. And so I go up and I go, yeah, Hijinks mentioned the guy's white privilege. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's a real thing, white privilege. And then I go, but to all the black people here, like that's like our privilege. That's our thing. So if you could not talk about our experience, you wouldn't want me to tell you about the black experience, would you?
Shit.
And dude, especially the black people, all started fucking clapping and
That's
laughing.
funny.
I was like, that was my first time doing that, saying it on stage, and I was like, okay, good, I got something here. And now I just
Well, it's just so yeah, you just wouldn't expect somebody to take that viewpoint on it. That's really that's good.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, we should do that. I like this segment. A bit about a bit.
A bit about a bit about a bit.
We want to hear. We want to hear a bit about a bit.
Oh, did you get anything in the email? Did you check the email?
I think we should allow a little bit more time for them to keep gathering.
Did you check it?
Yeah, I've been checking it.
Okay. Okay.
So,
okay.
well, keep sending in
What's
your
the
emails.
email?
It's hwppod@gmail.com. And I'll tell you why that works, Jay, because it's HollingsWorthless program podcast.
Work. You just
Huh?
No, you said you wanted a HollingsWorthless podcast.
Right, but as of right now, it's still called Hollingsworthless program.
Podcast.
No, it's not.
Why not? That's
What's on the fucking thumbnail for the Big Pine Comedy Festival, Jay? What's it called for that, Jay?
It's called the HollingsWorthless program without Phil Fox.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so
Phil.
HWP Pod. I think it's easy to remember. HWPpod@gmail.com.
So HWPPOD.
HWPPOD. That's right.
Gotcha.
At gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Send
Cheers.
us anything you want. Anything at all. Anything on your mind. Even if it's literally an email that says, fuck you, we'll read it and put it out there. If you don't want your name to be used, we won't use it. You can put a fake name, whatever you want. Keep sending them in.
Have you seen the new Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee?
I have not yet.
I just went through all of them today.
Oh, wow.
Binged them. Yeah, the Eddie Murphy one's good. The very last one he does, I think, or second to last one, he does it with this lady, Everett. So, I don't know who she is, but I guess she has like a kind of a cabaret show or something. It looks like it's a great show. She sings and looks like she's having fun. She's kind of a bigger lady, and she's like grabbing people and shoving their face in their tits and shit like that.
The hell? She weigh right around too much?
Yeah, I was like, she's doing my act. But while she's in the middle of the interview, they're having coffee, and she says to Jerry Seinfeld, she's like, yeah, I'm friends with, they were talking about John Belushi, and she goes, I'm friends with so-and-so, and they bleep it out. They cover her mouth, black mark, or like a black square, and bleep out the name, and then Jerry Seinfeld just goes off and says, and starts swearing. Swears like 3 or 4 times. He's like, he goes, that guy's a loser. He's like, fuck that guy. And he goes, that guy used to talk shit about me, and it's because he doesn't have a fucking act. And dude, and the lady's like uncomfortable. She's like, oh God. And Reddit
Wow.
like tried to do some research, and I think it was Bobcat Goldthwait he was talking about.
Interesting. See, I think I saw. I mean, I have no idea about anything. I just saw somebody's random
You can just
Facebook
stop
post.
there.
I just saw somebody's random Facebook post, and they said it was Andrew Dice Clay.
I saw that post too, but Reddit thinks it was Bobcat. They said, like, one of the things Seinfeld said, he was like, yeah, he doesn't have a fucking act. That's why I had to do that stupid fucking voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I read this article that was talking about why they have beef, Bobcat and Jerry.
Interesting.
Yeah. But all of it was pretty good. Like, he had Eddie Murphy on.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Netflix is in talk with Eddie Murphy for $70
I know.
million.
I'm excited about that. Absolutely.
Man.
One of my favorites.
And
I mean, I always think it's crazy how sometimes I feel like he gets lost in people's top fives. And I mean, whether or not the topics that he talked about back then would necessarily work today with how PC everybody is, but still, I think if you just look at how he destroys that audience in the time period that they're in, I mean, it's insane. He literally like a rock star.
Yeah, I think it might be also just because he stopped doing it. He just did the two, and then that was it. But he was saying I think he said his favorite bit out of both of his specials was the Ice Cream Man bit. Ice Cream Man is coming.
Oh,
Remember that?
I kind of remember it. I don't know. I like the divorce stuff with all him getting paid, all the money.
Oh, half.
Yeah, half exactly right. I love
Yeah.
all that shit. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was good. He has Eddie Murphy. He had Mario Joyner, who's like his buddy. He had who else? He had Jamie Foxx. That was really good. I mean, they're always all good. You know, they're really good.
One of my favorite ones was with Marty. Is
Martin
his name?
Short?
No, Marty Funkhauser. Is that his name? Or was that his character's name? He was on.
Martin Short on this one.
Oh, did he have Martin Short? That's
Yeah.
good. It was the guy who he died recently, actually. Yeah, Marty Funkhauser. Oh no, I'm sorry. His name was Bob Einstein. Marty Funkhauser was his character name on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was Super Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that guy was great. I loved his comedian in Cars Getting Coffee.
Have you ever watched him on Norm Macdonald's show?
No.
Oh my God, dude. Norm like either gives him a joke or says a joke that's like so racist, and he just loses his shit. He's like, you can't say that. What are you doing? He's like, you can't say that. That's the funniest fucking thing, dude.
I love it. He was so funny though. Larry. Scratchy ass voice.
I never really. I should go back and watch it. I never really watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. Not too
Great.
much.
So good. So good. Well, Jay, I thought of some other stuff we could do on the podcast if you're
Okay,
interested.
I guess we're at a hard stop on what we were just talking about. Cool, go ahead.
What a transition, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back after this break.
Yeah.
And then, you talk about movies and TV and stuff. I was just looking at this article. I haven't really looked over it too much, but it's a BuzzFeed article, and it says, "What is the absolute wildest movie fan theory you've ever heard?" And
I have one I've made up that I have never heard anybody else give, but I have a theory on something.
What is it?
Okay, have you seen The Usual Suspects?
Yes.
Kaiser Sose, right?
Yes.
Have you seen the movie Seven?
Yes. It's been a while, but yes.
I have a theory that character is the same in a universe. They're the same guy because in Usual Suspects they say, or not Usual Suspects, in Seven they say that the guy is, they don't know how, but that he's wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I used to have it all broken down. Oh, and there's a scene in 7 when Brad Pitt is chasing Kevin Spacey, and Kevin Spacey's character is like limping as he's running.
Right.
And then he was limping, as Kaiser Sose, he limped. There's a bunch of different theories I had that it was like, or reasons why it was like, oh, it's the same guy. But that's one. What do you got?
Well, one of the ones that I always, I'm trying to think, one of my favorite ones that I always remember hearing was
Jar Jar Binks is really a Sith Lord. Have you heard that one?
Actually, I think I'm seeing that one right here, right now. It says the true identity of the Supreme Leader Snoke of the new Star Wars franchise, it could be Jar Jar Binks. That could be interesting. Yes. Otherwise, otherwise, another one I've always heard was Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off was a figment of Ferris's imagination. Or no, I'm sorry. Ferris Bueller's Day Off being a figment of his best friend Cameron's imagination.
Wait, what? Oh, Ferris Bueller is a figment of Cameron's?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like, almost like a fucking Fight Club style.
Oh.
But, yeah.
What else? Anything within the last 40 years? He did a Comedians in Cars with Matthew Broderick, too. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Also, that Legally Blonde could have actually been a sequel to Clueless.
Oh, okay. Never seen
Could
either
see
of those.
that maybe. Okay, all right.
I've never seen a Lion King still.
Even the original? What?
Nope. Never seen it.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy. All right. Well, I have another one for you.
Yes.
Let's take a quiz, Jay. You want to take a quiz?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Here we go. It's 2009. Okay, no, you live a day in 2009, and we'll tell you where you'll be in 2029. Okay, Jay?
What?
If you won't be dead, let's see where you'll be. All right. No, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah,
It's 2009.
Really? I thought you were serious. I thought you were a doctor diagnosing me.
No, baby, you're like Trump. You'll never die, baby.
What?
In 2009, it's 2009 and you just woke up. Play a song while you get ready.
Wait. Before you go, is it 2009?
We're pretending like it is, Jay.
I know. You've said
It's
it 18
2009.
times.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So these are the songs that you have to choose from that played in 2009. Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. I Got a Feeling.
Is it the remix with Biggie?
No.
Okay.
I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas.
Have you heard
No,
that?
I haven't.
That's
No.
great.
I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. Good Girls Go Bad by Cobra Starship.
Don't know
and
that.
She Wolf by Shakira. Which song are you gonna play while you get ready in the morning? Out of those, Jay.
Miley Cyrus.
Which one would Big Irish Jay play?
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. We chose it. All right. Now you're gonna do your makeup. Okay, you're not gonna put any makeup on. No makeup.
Oh,
Okay, that one was easy. You do your hair. I think this is for fucking.
What the fuck
this is
that
for
you're
chicks.
doing?
I think it's for women. No, I don't know if many dudes do these quizzes. That's
What
why
is
I think
this?
it's even funnier. It's on BuzzFeed.
Okay. Wait, you just randomly saw this, or did you save this to go over?
No, yeah, I saved this to go over.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I just was looking at it earlier.
Okay.
But yeah. All right, so we have straighten it, straighten the bangs, crimp the rest, pin back the bangs. 2 words, bump it. I like that those are the
Bump
options.
it.
There's no options for
What's
guys.
bump it?
It's I think one of those like a snooky thing you would put in your hair.
Bump
that
it.
would
Let's bump
okay.
it.
Jay's gonna bump it. Grab your phone before you leave the house. Is it an iPhone 3GS, a BlackBerry Bold, a Samsung Glide, or a Nokia 3310?
Samsung Glide.
Okay, I like it. It's like almost like remember the fucking, remember
Nope.
the kick. what was it
Yeah.
called?
Sidekick?
The Sidekick, baby.
Yeah.
Go see a new movie with your friends. Would you see Avatar, The Hangover, The Proposal, or Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
Oh, wait. Give me those again. Avatar, The
Yeah.
Hangover.
The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds, or Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
Hangover.
Hangover, baby. All right.
This must be so entertaining for people.
Yeah,
listening to me
it is.
do-
I think it's
Okay.
interesting to listen to what
Whoa.
Jay's choosing anyway.
Okay,
I think it's
Seinfeld.
funny.
Hey, okay.
All right, Jay, you do a little shopping after the movie. Do you go to Hot Topic, Claire's, Justice, or Aeropostale?
Hot Topic, I guess. What the fuck?
Oh, I love it.
Is there a point to this at the end?
Yeah, we're
This
going to
tells
find
me
out
what I'm
where
gonna
you're
do.
going to be
Oh, yeah.
in 2029. Play a song on the ride home. Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z. You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. Fly With Me by Jonas Brothers, or Fireflies by Owl City.
Can I do Fly? Come fly with me.
Okay,
come
we'll choose
fly-
Empire
no.
State of
No,
Mind
no,
by
no,
Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z. Yeah.
Yeah, figured as much. Okay, Jay, you're going to watch something from your DVR when you get home. Is it going to be Desperate Housewives, Gossip Girl, Reno 911, or Hannah Montana?
Reno 911, which I've never seen.
I just like the thought of you.
Me watching Hannah
No,
Montana?
I like the thought of Jay going on BuzzFeed late at night, and if you were to really take this quiz, like honestly, just to fill your
I mean,
time.
I'm giving you the answers I would give.
I know, I like it. Make sure to vote for your fave on American Idol before bed. Are you going to vote for Chris Allen, Allison Iraheta, Scott McIntyre, or Adam Lambert?
I guess Lambert, because that's the only one I know.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Are you ready to hear your results?
Glambert.
Okay, Jay. In 10 years from now,
AIDS.
you'll be raising a family.
Okay.
In 10 years, you'll be the head of a happy family. For most people, that means you'll be having some cute kids. But for others, maybe you'll be adopting all the pets you've ever wanted. Or maybe the family is a group of friends you've gathered through life. No matter what, this family is strong thanks to your work. So literally, a family could just mean you're doing whatever you're already doing. There was no point to this whole thing.
What a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, that's exactly what BuzzFeed is.
Oh, God.
But I think it was funny.
Oh,
I think it was good. It was something different to do. I love trying new stuff. Give us your feedback. Hit us up on the socials and tell us if you hate what we're doing or if you love it.
I got to, excuse me, I'm trying to decide if I start August 1st or September 1st, the joke a week shit.
Oh, yeah. You did that before. You're going to do it again?
Yep.
I like it. I like it a
Yep.
lot. I was thinking about that actually the other day. I was literally thinking, man, if you could just produce 1 minute of material a week,
Yeah.
in a year you'll have a brand new hour. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It's, it'll be, I mean, and I always have to preface it, like, which I will in the videos. I'll say, like, these aren't worked out. This may not even be funny right now. This is the infancy of a premise. It's not even a joke, really.
Also, I think it's interesting because you're not necessarily doing 1 minute jokes. So kind of how do you work on that if you only have, I mean, if you want to produce a new bit and your whole thing is a joke a week, but let's say the bit that you're coming up with ends up being like 5 minutes long, like 3 to 5 minutes long. How do you just from like the audience's standpoint, if I'm watching you do this week to week, how do you kind of show that it's going to be the same thing over the next 3 weeks if it's 3 minutes?
So, it could be me showing it like the very first time I do it on stage, and open mic you get 3 minutes, and maybe of that 3 minutes it's only like 30 seconds of that 3 minutes, and then maybe I show it another edited video of it, like me starting it at one mic, middle of a second mic, and then the ending at a weekend show or something, like or
Sure.
like the progression. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I was just curious because, if I was to just hear about this and I'm not a comedian or anything. And I knew that was an opportunity. And if I heard a joke a week, then I would think that if the premise is to come up with a new minute of material a week, then I would be hearing 52 new jokes in a year.
Yeah, but it's not even. I didn't say.
But that's not
it's
true.
a minute. I didn't say it's a minute a week.
Oh, okay.
I just say it's building a new hour 1 week at a time.
Gotcha. Okay, that sounds fair.
That's the tagline.
I like it.
Yeah.
Building an hour 1 week at a time.
Glad
Cool.
you like it.
Copyright that. Trademark.
Yes. Positive energy. Push.
Feeling good. Moving forward.
I was going to ask you too, like, because I like the Harvey's idea. We'd have to fucking bring sleeping bags though and sleep on the ground, but it's fucking terrifying down there.
I like the thought of us having to be in such a creepy place like that. It's not a hotel room, you know. It's like we're literally in the shit, and we have to be down there in the middle of the night. That sounds great.
He was showing me there was a slave room and it was for white slaves. He said that they would bring men and women down there. Yeah, and they would break them down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And my cousin might be available too, Bill Wolf. We could make him like take some shrooms or something, dude.
Oh, dude.
He could start seeing the ghosts.
Any new stories from Bill Wolf? By the way, I forget who it was. Somebody had mentioned, actually a couple people, that they were Casey Moran. You know Casey?
Casey Moran from Seattle?
No, from LA.
I can't remember if I ever met him.
Anyways, he was saying he was so happy you were back.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you, Casey. I'm glad to be back. Appreciate it. Yes.
Stupid.
Oh man, stealing Rhodey's essence. Ow. Yes.
But yeah, we don't have to do Harvey's. I mean, right now that sounds like that might be the front runner. I bet you that would be terrifying though.
That's why I like it. I want to get scared. We're white, man. We're stupid.
We're white.
Go
white
put us,
and we're stupid.
Yeah. Go put us in the fucking basement of some fucking bottom of a city, and we'll be mole people. I mean, I don't give a shit.
That's actually, we can put that out for people to email. If somebody has a suggestion of where they want us to spend the night, a ghost hunting place, or just go investigate, however you want to put it. I would love that if that was like our fucking thing. Every week we fucking go investigate some shit.
You want a ghost hunting podcast?
Yeah. You know what domain I bought?
What?
A pair of normal guys.
A pair of normal guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, pair of normal guys. Say it fast.
A pair of normal guys.
Now get rid of and just say
pair of normal guys.
Right?
Pair of normal guys. Paranormal guys.
Yeah.
I love that you love that much. A pair of normal guys.
I bought both those domains. That could be our fucking
pair
ghost
of normal guys. I like it. Yes, comedians in cars going ghost hunting.
Oh, Jesus. All right, what do you have coming up? Philly?
Well, hopefully I'm going to be getting on stage more. I really do want to. I don't know. You know, I think it's good. I think it's a good thing for me. I need to be doing something else extracurricular. I do want to go back and hit the gym. I've put some weight on, but I just.
I do too. I was gonna fucking dude. I do too. Did you when you lost all the weight? Did you do keto? Was that what you were doing?
Originally, which was many years ago now, but originally when I really went ham. Well, actually, I didn't do any ham.
Or you did all ham?
Right? No, I went gluten-free vegan.
Oh God, that's right.
So, in fact, the first part of it. Well, I think originally it was actually partly inspired, Jay, when we went to the boot camp, really, because Kyle Cease was the one that was talking about doing this raw diet and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I did it quite that soon after that, but I think that kind of stuck in my mind that I'd never heard about this raw diet type stuff before, and I started doing a little research into it, and that's what I wanted to do. was the raw diet, and I only lasted like 3 fucking days, and
Right.
it was too much.
Too much.
Yeah, like 3 much. And thank you. And so then I started, I switched it over from raw to eating hot food. So, but it was still just, I was like, well, what's the next closest thing to that, which was vegan. And then not only that, but again, if I wanted to get as close as I could to raw, then I'd have to be gluten-free too, because there's no such thing as, bread, raw bread. Bread is something that's made. So I guess you could kind of do like a corn flour tortilla,
didn't do
or a corn
keto?
tortilla. No, I didn't do keto, to answer your question.
Jesus
But I
Christ.
lost like 30 pounds, on
Yeah.
being
I
a
remember.
gluten-free vegan for a good couple months. 3 months maybe.
We should
3
we
to
should do
6,
it together.
somewhere there. Yeah. Now the most recent stuff I do, I just pay attention to my macros. When I know it sounds douchey, but I just watch my macronutrients. And I just try
Oh,
to
God,
cut
I'm gonna regret this. What is that?
macronutrients. It's like
Yeah.
macronutrients
Is it with cheese?
No, it's not.
Mac and cheese?
Oh, that's so stupid. I hate that. Mac and cheese, macronutrients. I hate that so much. All right. So it has to do with the fat, the carbs, and the protein.
Okay. All right. So
Because
every diet has to do with.
Well, right, that's right. Because this is just the basics of what makes up your calories, right? So for every gram of fat, that equals 9 calories. For every gram of carbs, that equals 4 calories. For every gram of protein, that equals 4 calories. Now that's a fact. This isn't somebody that said this. This is that's just what these things translate into. When you eat 1 gram of protein, you're eating 4 calories.
Okay.
No matter what the protein is. Now there could be different qualities, of course, but that's the gist of it. And if you eat, at a deficit of calories than what your body requires, then you will
So it's just
lose
calorie counting.
weight. But it's more in depth than calorie counting, because some people react differently to carbs and fats than other people. Some people might find that even though that they've reduced their caloric intake, but they're eating more carbs than the next guy, that they can't lose any weight even though they are at a calorie deficit. So you might need to change your little ratio up a little bit. And there's different ratios for whatever you're trying to accomplish. But yeah, I mean, it's very science-based, and so I like...
Is that what you're doing again, or you're going to do?
I should do that. I've definitely not been doing it. I bought Cooler Ranch Doritos on my way home, so...
God.
Yeah, I'm definitely
right.
not, but...
You got to get a... Do you own Like the Animal still?
No, I don't have a website right now.
You should get one.
Yeah, maybe I'll check out Wix or something like that. Just something easy.
You
But
can set up a pair of normal guys.
yeah, pair of normal guys. But we got to do Worthy and Worthless.
My worthless is fucking Amy Nichols. That's her name. That's the fucking chick that came to the show Friday late. That was annoying as fuck. And I will never have her at another show ever again. Easy.
Oh.
That's easy. My worthless. She's so fucking annoying.
Poor Amy, you
Fuck her.
idiot.
Yeah.
I will say my Worthy of the week. Come on, Jay. 1, 2, 3. Worthy of the week. We got to make this a show, Jay.
Worthy of
This
the
is
week.
the worst
WEAK.
show in podcasts.
Worthy of the week. You do it.
All right.
It's you're the positive.
Worthy of the week. My Worthy of the week this week is Manny Pacquiao. He won the welterweight belt, and the motherfucker is 40 years old.
Yeah.
I mean,
all us old fucks are taking over.
You think fucking Tom Brady is great, but
Yeah,
you put
he is.
Tom. I don't give a shit. You put Tom Brady in a motherfucking ring, and you try to see if he can go 12 rounds without getting knocked the fuck
see
out.
if Manny can throw a fucking football. Hey, I like the
I think it's more manly to take a fucking punch than it is to throw a fucking football. So I'm just saying that's impressive as shit.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
it
hate
is.
on your Tom Brady for the rest of my life. So no matter if he is considered the GOAT or not.
That's a good worthy.
Yeah, so I just want to put that out there. I know I'm still young. I still got my youth about me, but as I'm getting older,
Do you?
I might not look it, but no, I mean, I'm 32. I'll be 33 next
You're
month.
only 32?
Yeah. What? Oh, stop it. Yes, I should be 45. No. Man, Roger Federer, I mean, this guy's like 37 years old, still making it to the finals of Wimbledon.
Right.
Like you said, Tom Brady is like 40-something. I mean, I will say I'm impressed by what he can accomplish at his age. That's what I'm saying. I guess I get inspired by I don't think there's ever been another time in sports history where people this old have been accomplishing these great of feats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm finding it inspiring, and I'm trying to make that inspire me to not completely let my body go to shit by the time I turn 40, and to try to actually keep it up. But it's a lot harder to preach, a lot harder to practice than preach.
Time.
Yeah, if I could find a way.
Go, keep going.
I don't know the rest.
Neither do I.
Oh shit.
Real
Anyway.
quick plug. That's a great worthy.
Yeah.
You want to do your ending worthy song?
Worthy of the week.
Great song.
That's all it is.
Next, so I'm at Brad Garrett's all this week here in Las Vegas, and then next weekend I will be at Skyline Comedy Club, Wisconsin, Appleton, Wisconsin.
Nice.
And I just picked up a date. I'm doing a one-nighter in Dallas, Texas,
Nice.
in August, and I got another gig coming up in Bakersfield I believe in August 17th, I believe, with the Smash Brothers, Corey and Chad. So you can go to bigirishj.com for all the info.
Do it.
And that's it. I think that's it, Philly.
Yeah, follow me on socials, and you'll see
At
me.
Like the Animal.
At Like the Animal and everything, and you can hear me right here every Wednesday with Big Irish J on the HollingsWorthless program podcast. Bye.
If a person fucking listens to this till the end,
Yeah.
you deserve a prize. Your prize is to go to iTunes and rate or review this podcast. Give it 5 stars, you motherfuckers. Fucking say something nice. Oh, you fucks. I'm dying right now. You motherfuckers. I've been doing this fucking piece of shit for 5 years. I'm averaging about 2 fucking reviews a year. Go fucking write some, you motherfuckers. Oh, fuck.
That is the realest I've ever heard you.
God.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?